Thank you so very much.
Thank you. I request the photographers to please clear. From the back side, please. Sir, with your permission?
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Friends, good afternoon. It's my honor and a privilege to have amongst us, for the first time, the 26th Governor of Reserve Bank of India, Shri Sanjay Malhotra. Governor sir has kindly agreed to address us and interact with us in today's conference. Sir, we have with us 23 media persons from different media houses. And I, on behalf of all of us present here, welcome you to this press conference. Now I would request you to please make your address, sir.
Thank you very much. Am I audible? Is the mic working? Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon to all of you, and thank you very much for coming over here at a very, very short notice. I do not, actually intend to make, any detailed statement on any of the major issues which pertain to, this august institution. It's my first day, and so if I start playing my shots, from day one, from ball one, I don't think, it will be appropriate on my part. And as I mentioned, to a few others yesterday in Delhi, I would first, like to see, and I would like to, understand the various issues discussed, with my officers, with the DGs, EDs, get into, the grips of all the various issues that RBI is supposed to be looking into, and then come back to you, wherever it is required. So this is primarily more, of an introduction. Some faces, of course, quite familiar, and some new to the media as well as, to your audience. And so let me, first of all say that it is indeed an honor to head this prestigious institution. And more than an honor, it is a huge responsibility as well, as you are all aware, with the various tasks, functions that have been entrusted to this central bank, including the monetary policy, the foreign exchange reserves management, the currency control, the payment systems, spreading financial inclusion, banking regulation, growth of credit, ensuring liquidity, and so on and so forth. But RBI has, as I said, is an august, it's a prestigious institution, and it has a huge legacy. Some very commendable work, I think, RBI has done over the years, and it's all because of the hard work and uh, the sheer diligence, the upholding of the values of public service by the staff, by the senior management, and including my predecessors, Mr. Shaktikant Das, etc. And so I will continue to uphold the legacy and take it forward. I am aware that the RBI in its 90th year has given to itself the theme of stability, trust and growth. All these three, I think, very, very apt pillars on which to work. So all these three broad themes that have been chosen, very, very pertinent. Ours is still an economy which needs to develop as we are entering in this Amrit Kal, and to realize the vision of the Viksit Bharat as in 2047, the huge responsibility that we have in ensuring that the growth that this country actually has, that continues, that is part of this theme, and that will continue. Stability in policy, again, very, very important, and this is something even in my previous role we were try to give a stability, a continuity in policy. So whether it is taxation policy or fiscal policy or monetary policy, I think all businesses, all people, they do need this continuity and stability rather than a day-to-day kind of a policy. So we continue to uphold this value, this principle of stability. And again, trust. I can assure you that this institution, what it is basically because it has been able to earn the trust of the people, and so whatever decisions are taken, they will be taken with public interest in mind, so that the trust that the public has reposed in this institution, that not only continues but is strengthened. While stability, as I mentioned, is important, we are also aware that we are in a constantly evolving, constantly changing. This world is dynamic with geopolitical tensions, with the impact of climate change, and political uncertainty around the world. So, as with other organizations, where change, the only constant that it says is change, and so we have to be conscious of this fact, that while we do maintain continuity and stability, we cannot be stuck to it, and we have to be alert and agile to meet these challenges while we maintain a policy continuity. Secondly, I do believe that one of the most important roles of the central bank here is to spread financial inclusion with the banking sector, banking and the non-banking finance companies under its fold. Huge responsibilities for financial inclusion. We have, of course, traveled a lot with in financial inclusion, especially with regard to making available and accessible banks to the doorsteps of each and every nook and corner of the country. But there is still more to be done, and so we will collaborate. I think that is going to be a key for this, we need to collaborate with all our stakeholders, especially the financial regulators, not only for their needs of banking and their needs of credit, but even their other financial needs. We need to collaborate with the financial regulators and the central government and the state governments so that the benefits of financial inclusion, formal financial inclusion, reaches everyone. Another key pillar which I have been always following and supporting from day one, since I entered my service, and being an engineer myself, which has been reported quite widely, is to use technology. And where we started from 30 years ago and where we are today, I think it's a totally different world. Those who are my age especially would be able to appreciate as to how this world has changed. And the central bank, the Reserve Bank, has also made its big contribution in this regard, whether we talk about, especially when we talk about the universal payment interface. UPI has made big names, not only in our country but now internationally. So how we are going to be able to use technology? We did this even in in revenue. You can see the GST and the income tax systems, Aadhaar. So technology, how we can further use technology to reduce costs, to make financial inclusion more accessible and all pervasive is one key pillar that we will work on. And for this, of course, innovation will be key. And while innovation will have to be fostered, will have to be supported, we will of course have to be also conscious of the risks that it may entail, and so putting in place requisite safeguards and guardrails without letting without killing or without stopping innovation. We will work towards further use of technology. Over these years, I have also realized that while every institution, including RBI has huge knowledge, and as I mentioned earlier, they have done a tremendous job. They have done a wonderful job in monetary policy management and other financial inclusion, etc. We need to be conscious that we do not have the monopoly of all knowledge, and so knowledge, information, knowledge, expertise is available outside as well, whether internationally or nationally. And so consultation, which they have been doing, not to say that they have not been doing this, consultation is another one key pillar of our policy making, which RBI, whenever it publishes, finalizes its regulations or master directions, it does do a wide public consultation. And so this is one thing that I will continue to do, so that we are able to carry forward all the functions, all the objectives with which this central bank, the Reserve Bank of India, has been entrusted with. So thank you very much once again. I can all assure you that we will put in the best foot forward in public interest to deliver what the public of India looks forward to, which is trust, which is growth, and which is a stable and certain policy. Thank you. I would suggest that the questions, because if you come up with specific questions, then as I said, it is very early days. They may not, it may not be appropriate for me, to on day one start with, the bouncers and the googlies and the yokers. General questions. So, half volleys and, practice balls, I think, we can perhaps, discuss over tea, because
Yes.
that will be more meaningful rather than, because this will not, carry that weight. So I will suggest that we wait another day for having a Q&A, which I do promise to all of you that very soon, we will have Q&A, and I do intend to continue, this practice of meeting all of you, so that whatever are our views, they are carried forward correctly, so that everyone understands what the intent, what the direction, what the purpose of whatever actions we have taken or we intend to take are well known to all the citizens and your public.
Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And with this, we'll close this conference, and I'll request all the media friends to assemble on the take the door on the left hand side and assemble outside. Thank you.